Doubts?
What was the question again there?
The road teams. See, that's when you know you're a superstar. You're like, I don't care. I'll play anywhere. We'll play in the parking lot. It doesn't matter.
Yeah, I don't know.
That's awesome. Let's talk superstitions, like the culture of the playoffs, the like essence of the playoffs, more superstition routines. I know we talked about this off camera. I see you in warm-up. I see your process. Let's just put it that way. We won't call it a superstition, your process.
Routine.
Your routine, I like that. I like this. So your routine that you go through, you do your thing, but you do that all season long. You don't tweak that in the playoffs, do you? Or do you?
No, everything's the same.
Everything's the same?
Yeah, everything stays the same.
He's got some funny ones.
Yeah, exactly. Okay. So what do you do? So what about locker room? You get to the rink, walk us through your kind of...
Oh, God. You want to start that
We got
far
enough
back?
tape? Do we have enough
Got
tape?
enough room? I get dressed the same way. Everything for me is about time.
Right.
You know, I stretch at the same time. I ride the bike for the same amount of minutes. What else do I do? I get dressed left foot first, everything left side first, touch all the doors on the way out. Yeah, the list goes on and on.
Now, do any of the guys ever mess around with you?
Oh,
they can't now. You're a grizzled superstar vet, but...
Yeah, they try. They've tried in the past and they just gave up.
Right.
I don't have too many I try to just wing it. Whatever happens, happens.
Yeah.
But it's funny, like, you know, I've played with Sid. Sid's got a ton of superstitions.
Do tell. Do tell.
You know, he walks in the same door that he walks out, and it's just, some of the stuff is just like...
He has that jock from like when he was
Oh,
6 years old.
It's this
The
big.
same jock.
Oh, are you serious?
Like it's stretched, like you can stretch the band like this.
I don't even think it covers anything. Like, it's just,
No
there's
way.
no way.
It's just kind of like...
It's kind of like, there's no, this thing is...
Oh, no.
Well, I don't know, anybody could wear that, but...
That's funny.
No, it's just funny how guys have do the same things. I'm like, I can't even remember what I did before, you know?
Right.
But no, it's part of the game.
Yeah, just trying to have that same consistency. I think every game, it kind of, for me at least, just kind of eases your mind a little bit. So when you get there, for me, I just tape my stick in the same sort of spot and then go through my warm-up at the same time, and more just like Paris said, just at the timing of everything. I try to just have that right, so then you don't feel in a rush and feel ready to go once you're heading out there.
Let's double down on that stick tape, because I know the way you tape your stick.
Yeah.
You tape it a little bit up the shaft a little bit up the heel.
A little bit up the
to
heel.
throw the goalies off. You're doing that Hossa.
Exactly.
That's what Hossa
Yeah.
used to do.
Yeah, exactly.
When'd you get into that?
That's how my dad always used to tape my stick. So
No
I don't
way.
know. So I don't know. He's Dutch, so I don't know if he just didn't know how to tape a hockey stick or what.
That's awesome. That's
But
so
no,
cool.
he started doing that early on, and then I just started to mess around with it. And when I stopped doing it, I kind of realized I liked it better, so I switched back to it, and it's been good.
If and when you guys are eliminated, are you guys watching or no? Watching playoffs?
Paying attention.
Yeah.
For sure.
See what's going on. I mean, there's a bit of jealousy there when you watch other teams celebrating wins. Like, I don't usually like watching that part of it. Maybe turn it off. But yeah, you always want to know what's going on. And keep tabs for sure. Yeah, I watch the games. There's nothing else really to do at nighttime right now. But to be honest, like I'll watch a few periods, but I end up going to the basketball games.
Who's your team? Are you a Lakers guy or a G State?
Cleveland.
Really?
Well, they're not my team right now. I'm cheering for them.
Right now you're pulling for
the
LeBron.
Raptors are my team.
Well, yeah, mine too.
I just love LeBron, so I'm cheering for them.
JVR?
Yeah, I'm watching, checking it out. Usually, right after you get eliminated, you take a few days to sort of get your bearings straight, and then from there, you maybe tune in and check it out, what's going on.
I'm the same. Once, I'll watch at night. I'll flip between the hockey and baseball, basketball. I'll move around, but you know what's going on. You're paying attention.
Of course. What about this trend that we've seen so far in the Stanley Cup playoffs this year? Road teams winning as many games as they are. What do you guys attribute that to? Is there any one reason?
I think that's more like to say what the league's all about today. You know, there's a lot of parity today in the league. You know, it's a team like Colorado.
Right.
You know, what they did last year, and like look at them this year, and you know, you look at teams that were in. You know, a team like Chicago that didn't get in, and how good they were. It's just, I think the league's so close today that Vegas Golden Knights. You know, what they're doing. Like nobody at this table could have said they're gonna be in the Stanley Cup Finals right now, and I think it says the parity in the game today is so good. So I think that has a lot to do with it. Doesn't matter if you're on the road or home.
Our team seems to always be better on the road, and that's something we've been trying to figure out how to get better at home, because so many other teams have that advantage at home, which we don't really have, and we need to kind of create. I don't know. It's just you just feel more loose going in on the road. It's just as fun scoring, I think, in front of your own fans as silencing a building. I think it's it's just as rewarding for me. And yeah, you go on the road, especially early in the series, just trying to steal one game if you're that road team. And it seems like teams have been able to do that, and that's why they're usually winning the series. But yeah, I don't know what the reason is.
JVR?
Yeah, I don't know. I think I saw Marty St. Louis had an interesting tweet about
you saw that.
Yeah, where he's like,
Yes.
there's less, you have to worry a little bit less about maybe matchup stuff, and you just kind of play a little bit more, and maybe there's something to that. But again, everything's so close now, and it seems like most nights it's a coin flip with how close the league is, so that probably speaks to that more so than anything.
No doubt, yeah. Marty talked about it being checkers on the road at chess at home. He said checkers a lot more fun. So I'm quoting him.
That's a good
Next
good
stop
one.
for Next stop for him's Hall of Fame. So that makes a lot of sense. We were talking a lot about how fast the league is and how much speed's in the league now, and a lot of these young guys that are pushing the pace, and coaches want guys that play faster. But in the playoffs, it doesn't necessarily seem to be as much of a speed game as such. There's still body, there's still position, there's still contact, there's still battle. Is there a big difference between the pace in the playoffs for that reason and the regular season from your standpoint?
Yeah, I think the game's quick. It's not so much guys are skating quicker. I think guys are moving the puck quicker, and guys are smarter nowadays. That they can find those holes and make plays without before it happens. And I think that's how you play quick. Obviously there's guys in this league that can skate. You got McDavid out there, flying
Fighter
around.
jet.
Skates so
Fastest
fast.
person I've ever seen on seas. Usain Bolt on the ice.
Yeah.
It's crazy.
So you got guys like him, but that make the game quick. But at the same time, it gets the D moving the puck to the forwards, and the forwards making plays from there. That makes the game real quick.